Here's a reality few dare to speak. After turning 60, the world starts looking right past you, like you're there, but barely noticed. It's subtle, but unmistakable. Now, what if I told you that changing just one thing, the color of your clothing, could instantly shift that perception? Not with effort, not with words, but effortlessly, the moment you walk into a room. You've lived boldly. You've loved deeply. You've weathered storms. But somewhere along the way, society quietly decided that bold self-expression was no longer yours to claim. That ends today. This isn't about dressing to impress. It's about reclaiming your visibility. It's about understanding the science behind color and how it can powerfully restore your presence, dignity, and the attention you still command. Color isn't just a matter of fashion. It's a psychological tool. What you wear communicates on a subconscious level, shaping how others see you, remember you, and even how they feel in your presence. For women over 60, understanding which colors capture attention and which ones cause you to fade into the background is an untapped advantage, a kind of visual charisma. In this video from Seniors Wise Advice, you'll discover 5 unexpected, underused colors that aren't just visually stunning. They're scientifically shown to spark interest, radiate confidence, and celebrate the vibrancy of mature femininity. Each color we reveal is backed by psychology and real-world results. No outdated tips like just wear red. By the time we're done, you'll have a color palette that doesn't just reflect who you are, it amplifies it. The truth is, aging doesn't erase your visibility. Outdated perceptions do, but perceptions can be influenced, and color is a powerful way to do it. In fact, color speaks to the brain within 90 seconds of being seen. Research shows that 62 to 90% of a first impression is based solely on color, not age, body type, or even what's said. Color activates the limbic system, the part of the brain responsible for emotion, memory, and attraction. That means the right hue can instantly create an emotional bond, even with someone you've never met. But here's the catch. As we age, we're conditioned to play it safe, to reach for black, beige, or navy, the so-called respectable tones. We're told to tone it down, as if boldness has an age limit. But ironically, these subdued shades can make us blend into the background. Literally. Especially in crowds or in photos, they strip away the visual energy that makes you unforgettable. Science tells a different story. Color is not just adornment. It's a visibility strategy. And it's time to use it. When chosen with intention, color becomes more than a style choice. It becomes a powerful ally. The right shades can soften the appearance of aging, illuminate your eyes, lift your spirits, and naturally draw in positive attention. But even more significantly, color sends a message that you are vibrant, engaged, and present. It tells the world that you're someone to be noticed and remembered. So, no, wearing color isn't shallow. It's strategic. It's self-respect made visible. And after 60, we don't need to fade quietly into the background. We have every right to stand in full view and say, I still matter, and I deserve to be seen. You don't have to wear loud neon tones or bright red to make a lasting impression. In fact, the color that consistently draws attention, makes people look twice and leaves them feeling calm and captivated, is blue. But not just any blue. We're talking about sapphire blue. Rich, deep, elegant, a color with presence. Sapphire blue evokes trust. It carries the psychological weight of calm authority, emotional intelligence, and quiet confidence. People see it and instinctively feel both intrigued and at ease. Research from the University of British Columbia found that deeper blue tones enhance perceptions of reliability, competence, and serenity, all traits deeply associated with long-term attraction and emotional depth. As we age, our features soften, skin tone, hair color, and even the kind of energy we give off. Sapphire blue adds the perfect contrast. It doesn't overwhelm, it elevates. It's especially flattering to silver, white, or salt and pepper hair, and it brings out clarity in the eyes, brightening your whole appearance. The beauty of this color is that it doesn't steal the spotlight. It frames you so that you shine. Picture this. You walk into a room, a dinner gathering perhaps, where most people are in the usual tones, black, gray, beige, but you walk in wearing a sapphire blue blouse or wrap. You don't look louder, you look more certain, more defined, like someone with self-awareness and quiet magnetism. It's a kind of presence that doesn't shout. It resonates, and others, especially men, take notice, even if they can't quite put their finger on why. So, how do you incorporate it? Sapphire blue is ideal for pieces worn close to the face, silk blouses, scarves, or a well-tailored jacket. If you wear glasses, consider frames in a sapphire hue. Even something as simple as a handbag in this tone can elevate your overall style. And when the occasion calls for something special, a sapphire dress paired with silver jewelry is the definition of refined elegance. Senior's wise advice wants you to think of sapphire blue as your quiet power color. It doesn't demand attention. It draws it in effortlessly. And if you're ready to explore a color that brings out warmth, grounded sensuality, and a hint of earthy strength, then what's coming next is for you. There's a color that rarely gets the spotlight, yet it speaks volumes in the quietest way. It doesn't shout for attention. It suggests confidence, calm, and inner strength. That color is olive green. Subtle, yet striking. Understated, yet unforgettable. It carries a kind of grounded sensuality that feels both natural and refined. Psychologically, olive green is associated with wisdom, peace, and resilience. It reflects nature's quiet endurance and the grace that comes with lived experience. Unlike brighter greens that can feel sharp or youthful, olive green has a rich warmth that flatters the mature woman. It doesn't try to outshine. It enhances. Research in color psychology reveals that earthy tones like olive promote emotional ease and approachability, especially for women over 60. The goal isn't to dominate the room. It's to draw people in with ease and authenticity. Olive green complements the evolving tones of mature skin beautifully. While bold brights may feel harsh or draining, olive offers soft contrast and brings out the warmth in golden, neutral, or warm undertones. And there's something else, something deeper. Olive green carries an earthy sensuality. It's not glamorous in a polished or flashy way. It's magnetic in a way that feels genuine. And that kind of allure is rare. What many don't realize is how olive green resonates in the subconscious, especially in men. It evokes the natural world, health, stability, and quiet intimacy. It's a lean-in color, one that signals presence, wisdom, and calm strength. It suggests, without a word, I've lived, I've learned, I lead with grace. That's the kind of confidence that doesn't need validation. It naturally attracts admiration. If you're wondering how to welcome olive green into your wardrobe, Senior's Wise Advice recommends starting with soft knits, wrap dresses, or utility-style jackets. It pairs beautifully with bronze and gold jewelry, and it harmonizes effortlessly with warm neutrals like camel, rust, and cream. Olive green shines in the transitional seasons, autumn and spring, offering a sense of connection to the earth while still looking elegant and intentional. Olive green is for the woman who doesn't need volume to make an impact. She speaks with presence, not noise. And now, let's turn to a color you've probably never considered, one that creates a radiant glow on mature skin. It's bold, moody, and magnetic. Let's be honest, someone probably once told you that yellow wasn't your color. But they were wrong. They just didn't know about deep mustard. This isn't bright sunshine yellow. This is rich, mysterious, and powerfully unexpected. Deep mustard is more than a warm shade. It's a statement of elegance redefined. Deep mustard isn't just a color, it's a psychological disruptor. It challenges expectations in the most elegant way, signaling intelligence, optimism, and creative vitality, all anchored by an earthy richness that conveys maturity and quiet strength. Unlike pale yellow, which can feel delicate or juvenile, deep mustard leans toward golden ochre or amber. Bold, warm, intentionally unexpected. It draws the eye in and invites curiosity. It says, "Yes, I'm here, and I'm not afraid to be seen." As we age, our skin may lose some of its natural glow, and that's exactly where deep mustard works its subtle magic. It revives the complexion, infusing warmth and light without overwhelming the face. For women with silver hair, deeper skin tones, or golden undertones, this color creates an almost sun-kissed radiance. It brightens without makeup. It enhances without effort. And here's the truth. How often do you see older women wearing deep mustard? Almost never. That's why it stands out. It's rare. And it's unforgettable. From a psychological perspective, rich golden tones are subconsciously associated with warmth, resilience, and a nurturing presence. For many men, they evoke feelings of comfort and strength, the kind of energy that feels grounded and emotionally secure. Deep mustard taps into this without tipping into softness. It holds its own. It gives you an edge, the kind that says, "I've lived, I've learned, and I still burn bright." You don't need to wear it head to toe to make a statement. A deep mustard blouse layered under a neutral blazer, a silk scarf at the collar, even a structured handbag in this tone can completely shift the tone of an outfit. Senior's wise advice suggests pairing it with charcoal gray, forest green, or deep burgundy for a rich, elevated palette. Brass or matte gold jewelry complements it beautifully, deepening the warmth and pulling the look together. Deep mustard isn't about chasing youth. It's about embodying vitality. It's not about being louder. It's about being unmistakably alive. And now, if you're drawn to something with bold sophistication, a shade that speaks of sensuality and strength without ever raising its voice, then you're ready for what comes next. Red may be the cliché for passion, but let's be honest, it's obvious. If you want to captivate with elegance, not ego, it's time to discover plum wine. Plum wine is deep, velvety, rich with emotion. It lives in the space between burgundy and twilight purple, a mysterious intersection of sensuality and strength. In the language of color psychology, plum wine represents wisdom, confidence, allure, and refined power. It doesn't shout, it lingers. Plum wine is a color with history in its roots. Once reserved for royalty, high priestesses, and women of profound influence, it still carries that same magnetic elegance today. Deep, refined, and mysterious, plum wine holds an energy that's both regal and emotionally resonant. It doesn't clamor for attention. It captivates through presence. On mature women, plum wine is nothing short of stunning. Why? Because it enhances the richness of your lived experience. It complements silver hair beautifully, adds warmth to cooler undertones, and makes eyes, whether brown, green, or blue, appear more vibrant and expressive. It's a layered color for a layered woman. It tells a story of growth, of depth, of a woman who has loved, lost, learned, and still dares to feel deeply. Most men won't know the name of this color, but they'll feel its impact. Plum wine resonates at a subconscious level. It suggests emotional intelligence, warmth, and mystery, the kind that invites curiosity rather than demanding it. It's the color of late-night conversations, not fleeting flirtations. It belongs to the woman who doesn't perform for attention, but naturally commands it. This is attraction rooted in presence, not performance. Senior's wise advice recommends introducing plum wine into your wardrobe with a wrap dress, a cashmere sweater, or a silk blouse. For subtler touches, try lipstick, scarves, or bold earrings in this hue. It pairs effortlessly with black, cream, navy, and camel, creating a timeless palette with modern elegance. For formal occasions, a plum velvet blazer or a floor-length gown is the very definition of quiet power and sophistication. Plum wine is your silent power color. It's not just beautiful. It's dignified. It's the embodiment of self-respect, sensuality, and soulful presence. Now for the final color, one that might surprise you. It's soft, but not weak, quiet, but unforgettable. It doesn't shout confidence, it whispers it. Stone gray. While some women chase color to be noticed, others wear stone gray and leave a lasting impression. This isn't a basic neutral. It's psychological armor. It sends a clear signal: calm, grounded, intelligent, composed. Stone gray isn't loud because it doesn't need to be. It reflects a woman who no longer feels the need to prove herself. She simply is. In color psychology, gray is often misunderstood as dull or lifeless. But stone gray is entirely different. It's textured, complex, subtly powerful, just like you. For mature women, it creates a stunning contrast against silver, white, or salt and pepper hair. Instead of washing you out, it makes your complexion appear brighter, more even, more alive. It flatters without fuss. It balances softness with presence. Stone gray pairs beautifully with nearly everything: blush pink, deep navy, forest green, even mustard and olive tones. It can anchor your wardrobe or refine your statement pieces. Try it in tailored trousers, knitwear, trench coats, or soft wool wrap. For accessories, silver or matte pewter jewelry enhances its elegance. Seniors' wise advice sees stone gray as more than a fashion choice. It's a message. It says, "I've arrived. I know who I am, and I don't need loudness to be heard." And while bold, overly saturated colors can sometimes overpower us as we age, stone gray does the opposite. It highlights your natural features, your eyes, your smile, your unmistakable presence. It's confidence, refined and embodied in color, simple, strong, elegant. Men often associate gray with trust, wisdom, and emotional depth. It's the color of someone who listens before she speaks, someone who's lived deeply and grown even deeper. Stone gray doesn't flirt. It initiates real connection. It signals that you don't need validation, and that kind of grounded self-respect is quietly, profoundly attractive. Stone gray is one of the most versatile shades in a mature woman's wardrobe. For structure and strength, try it in a blazer, tailored trousers, or a long-line cardigan. For softness and ease, go for a cashmere wrap, jersey dress, or breathable linen tunic. It pairs beautifully with white, blush, navy, gold, mustard, even deeper jewel tones like plum and sapphire. And don't underestimate the power of texture. In wool, suede, raw silk, or soft knits, stone gray comes alive. Rich, touchable, and quietly luxurious. It doesn't need to shine to stand out. Stone gray is the color of earned elegance. You've lived, you've learned. Now you lead. Let's pause and reflect on what we've uncovered today with Senior's wise advice: sapphire blue for your timeless elegance and inner strength. Olive green for your quiet magnetism and resilience. Deep mustard for your warmth, vitality, and radiant self-expression. Plum wine for your mystery, grace, and sensual wisdom. Stone gray for your calm authority and seasoned confidence. These aren't just colors. They're reflections of who you've become, of everything you've earned through resilience, heartbreak, joy, and growth. For far too long, the world has tried to make older women feel muted, invisible, as though they've passed their prime. But here's the truth. You haven't passed your moment. You are the moment. The right colors, unexpected, rich, powerful, don't just help others notice you. They help you notice you again. Not to reinvent yourself, but to reclaim the woman you've always been. If this message resonates with you, don't let it end here. Tap the like button if even one of these colors made you see yourself in a new light. And subscribe for more from Senior's wise advice. where each week we share fashion, beauty, and confidence content made especially for bold, brilliant women over 60. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these colors are you going to try first? Or, what's a color you've been too afraid to wear until now? Because aging isn't fading. It's deepening. Like a fine wine, a rich velvet, or a stormy sky. The world doesn't need less of you. It needs more. So, wear the color, stand in your light, and always remember, the most magnetic thing a woman can wear is her truth.